Today. I'm glad you could join. We're going to be looking at tinting ground. So I was going to go over a couple things. Hello, Angela. I was going to go over a couple of
Hi.
things so you could see them, and then the brand ambassadors will take over and show you what they've done. So you get this down here. Okay. So one thing I've done here is I have used 90 grams of titanium white to 10 grams of Venetian red here. So this is Venetian red. Oh, boy, I'm just uncoordinated. There we go. To This is the phthalo, so watercolor. And again, it is 90 grams of the um, titanium white to 10 grams of phthalo green. So it's a tint. You can tint with any of the watercolors. And you don't have to go 10 grams. If you wanted to do lighter tint, you just use less of the watercolor. But you don't want to use more than 10%. 10% is the max. And that's, you would pour the watercolor ground, and then you'd put 10% of the watercolor to it. You don't want to mix it inside of the actual um, ground container. Okay. So then I did some other ones so you could see them. And again, this is the Venetian red watercolor, but I also did it so you could see what it looks like next to the gouache. And 10% watercolor. This is 10% gouache. The gouache is going to be darker because the gouache is a water media, but it has, 2, 3, 4 times the pigment load. So within the same volume of the 10%, you're going to get a darker result. Okay, so you can also use gouache to the same 10%. And then what I wanted to show you lastly, and many of you won't do this, which is absolutely fine, and that is using acrylic. You can use actually 15% of an acrylic. Daniel Smith, I don't know anybody else, I don't use anybody else's. So up to 15% Daniel Smith acrylic, if you still have it, or use another brand of acrylic to the ground. So watercolor is 10%, but the acrylic would be 15%. That's because the ground is a modified acrylic itself. Okay. So normally you want to give the ground 24 hours to cure. That's going to allow the acrylic to coalesce and really bind to itself and hold and become a very good substrate for you to paint upon. Um, if you do, for example, a hair dryer, what that I would suggest, one, I would suggest that you don't do it, but if you do it, put the hair dryer on very, very low heat, and let it dry with as low heat as you have. Because the thing with the ground, because it's an acrylic, if you put it on high heat, you're going to drive off the solvent. And then what's going to be left
Mm.
behind is going to be the water, and the water isn't going to allow it to coalesce as firm, and it's going to leave a weaker film behind. So if you can, the preferable way is to give it the 24 hours to completely dry by itself. Um, that's the absolute best. Okay, so now the brand ambassador is going to show you how they use it. Um, did you have any questions, anybody? Wow, awesome.
John, you said it's made of modified acrylic. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
So our chemists modify an acrylic base to be water miscible, so it can hold on to the watercolor. Because normally, what you would see if you used, for example, a gesso, which is pure acrylic, you would have the watercolor. The watercolor would not go into the acrylic; it would just stay up on top. So it
Yeah.
doesn't behave like a watercolor paper, which the modified acrylic does. So that's the huge difference between the two.
Yeah.
Um, so thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions?
Hi, it's Buffy. How are you?
Okay.
It does it affect light fastness at all?
So it is a substrate, and substrates have nothing to do with light fastness. Light fastness is influenced by the pigment and the pigment chemistry itself. That's what light fastness is. So substrate is different. Substrate, when we talk substrate, we're talking archival and how archival something is. And we talk light fastness, we're talking about the actual pigment. And this does not change the chemistry of the pigment. So
Thank
good question.
John,
Yes, Erkin.
uh, I was going to ask something, but I think you answered it. When we apply water onto watercolor paper, as we all know, it expands, and um, in some part of watercolor paper, if we apply watercolor ground, does this area behave like cotton paper? But you said it doesn't
It,
behave like paper, so it will stay solid, not expand. When
it
we apply
behaves,
water onto it.
yeah, it behaves like the consistency of arch paper. I would not put this, I would not put this onto a watercolor paper. You certainly can. You don't want to lose the money by doing that. There's nothing wrong with your watercolor paper. I would just use the watercolor paper. If you're gonna fix a mistake, that would be a perfect time to use one of the different grounds. That'd be perfect. It's also perfect when you're wanting to do something on wood, on plastic, on acrylic, on glass,
Any
metal.
material.
Absolutely perfect. But I would not put, if I had good watercolor paper, I certainly would not put the ground on it because I think you'd just be wasting your money.
But if you make a small mistake,
Yes,
in order to correct it, we can apply watercolor
per
ground. I'm
perfect time.
talking about
Perfect.
it.
Yeah, perfect time to do it. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, John.
So there
You're
is
very
another
welcome.
question by Christina. Christina say by usable, I mean, so once mix store in closed jar, how long might it be used? So once she mixed the watercolor ground, once she tint and she put in a closed jar, how long it can be used? How is would be last?
So, I mean, once you create your tint, um, it's going to last quite a while. The issue becomes you're going to use probably a container that's going to have more open surface area to it, so it's going to dry faster naturally. But I would say I've had it for at least a month if you make sure you seal it down. If I use this right here and I left this much in it, it's going to dry faster than if I left this much in it, right? Because you're exposing it to more oxygen. Oxygen is the thing that is going to mess around with watercolor.
John,
John,
I have a question for you. Alison here.
Hello, Aslan.
Uh, Considering the absorbent qualities that make it superb for watercolor, how durable is it long term?
How long is the ground durable?
Yeah.
I- as long as a paper would last. I mean, it'll last. Since we've made it, we've had material that we've used with it. So, you know, 15 years, 17 years so far. But as an
Good.
acrylic, so an acrylic, I have acrylics in my house that are 1950, 70 years old. So it'll last as long as an acrylic lasts because it's just a modified acrylic.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
John,
And
if you painted the ground on glass with the watercolor 10% in it or the gouache, would that be like dishwasher safe or would that be okay. So it's not you would have to use a varnish on it if you wanted to do something like that.
yeah, you would have to use something on it. And I would say even that wouldn't be enough with something as abrasive as a dishwasher.
Okay.
Because they're just nowadays anyway, they're just so strong. I think
Yeah.
it would strip it off. It'll first strip
So
off the coating, then it would strip off your color.
So regular glass without a baking issue, it would hold up pretty good on the glass.
It'll hold up. It'll hold up very well on the glass, given the glass. Yeah, so if it's not coated, it will last very well, so long as it doesn't come in contact with moisture, wetness, because that's just going to
Okay.
reactivate the watercolor. It won't do
Right.
anything to the ground, but it will reactivate your watercolor.
Okay. That was
Yeah.
where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So it's not like a glaze. A glaze
Right.
is pretty much impervious, but
Mhm.
no, you wouldn't want to put it into a dishwasher or outside without being protected. And
Okay.
good question.
Very good.
John, can you talk? I've not used a ground in the way you're talking about it before, and I was thinking more in terms of like a pastel or something where I'm actually putting a tint underneath, perhaps, or on my acrylic or oil. I might put and I was thinking that's when I saw the colors, and I'm thinking watercolor, of course, it's transparent. Well, a lot of it is, not all of it. But the minute you put a color on a paper, you were talking about correction, and I'm trying to put all this together, and I'm thinking, well, if it's watercolor and you have these heavy colors underneath it, like Venetian red, and you're making correct, can you talk just a little bit more about
Yeah,
what?
so that's really good. So I didn't use this as I did this mostly as a surface that now you can paint on top of with your watercolor that's been tinted. So, and it does look very much like a pastel. I think what Erkin and I were talking about was if you wanted to fix a mistake and the paper was either, we have buff titanium, which kind of looks like arch. We also have titanium white. You could put that over the mistake on your watercolor paper and then paint back over it with watercolor.
So you
So,
could use a
and
white, like a white.
yeah,
Okay.
anything you put the ground on top of, except for
Okay.
the transparent, it's going to go away.
This is like correction fluid in the olden
It is
days.
very, and thinking about it, it is very similar to that. Yes, it can be used in that manner very well.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yes.
you.
So, John, another question. With a transparent ground, make your ground with your tint, and then put the transparent ground over that. That would help to seal that in there, because you can still paint on the transparent ground if you want it.
You know, he, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That could work. You guys are artists. You always think of outside the box, which is beautiful. Yeah, that could definitely
John,
do it. Yeah.
hi. May I add an
There's no
alternative?
box, John.
Oh,
There's
sorry.
no box. Go ahead, Anna.
Oh, if I can add an alternative, I have transparent ground only, and I've used it, well, not to correct, but sometimes when I change my colors in my palette, and because I have the transparent, what I do is an actual whiteout. I put it on my color, so it's white. And because it's this, and sorry, maybe I have this in blur, sorry.
There we
So
go.
what I do is delete the full color, and so it will be white. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
In case you don't have white, so this is so I would delete like this, and it would be white, and then I would add the ground on top, and I would put the new color on top. I've done it like 3 times already, and it works great. So if you don't have a white, that's an alternative, to use another thing to cover your mistake. And you can use the transparent.
Thank you.
Watercolor.
You guys are clever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it works really well. So
Thank you, Anna.
don't have, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Thank you. Those were great questions. And I appreciate those as well. So I think we'll go to Letiza. And at the end, if you have more questions, I'd be glad to answer your questions. We're going to go to Letiza and the brand ambassadors.
Yes.
Hello, Letiza. Hello, Giovanni.
Hello, John. Welcome again. So these are the watercolor ground that we use with the watercolor paint. We don't forget to use the Mars black because on black is so difficult to have a tinted color.
Yeah.
So we have tested some things. First of all, just to show very quickly, I paint this with the pearlescent white and the new earthy light red. So on a wooden ready building. So it is like it's a little bit pinkish. So this is the first hand, so the first glaze, how to say, the first wash. And then we have cut the cardboard from the album, and we use some new colors, like again the earthy light red and the cobalt green deep. So these are the new color of this year. So this is one coat of transparent watercolor ground, cobalt green deep, and the other one is one coat of titanium white and cobalt green deep. So simply one coat. So this is the coverage of the gray cardboard. And then we can go ahead. And then we have the titanium white, one coat of titanium white and earthy light red. This is always one coat. And this is transparent watercolor ground with earthy light red. So you can see the difference between them. So this
Very
is
pretty.
the show. And again, on another surface, there is we use like a wooden board. It's very, very light. And we did the same trial. So with this one, so one coat of transparent watercolor ground and cobalt green deep, and one coat of titanium white and cobalt green deep. And the other tether are this one. So with transparent, always one coat of transparent watercolor ground and earthy light red, and one coat of titanium white watercolor ground, earthy light red. And then the other test is with one coat of pearlescent white and earthy light red. It's a kind of coral reef it became. So we put the watercolor ground in a little jar, and then we added the paint. So, and the last one, I chose a white paper board, white paper glass copy one. And this is always the titanium, one coat of titanium white and cobalt green deep. And the top is with the pearlescent white and cobalt green deep. So this this is cappuccino one. Giovanni will paint with some colors on it. So we have available some Sleeping Beauty turquoise and the other new colors. So let's start.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
This is Sleeping Beauty turquoise genuine, so a Primatech color.
Yeah, just before starting, I told John with the stabilizing for Tinting Color. I painted this 2 years ago. Do you remember this wooden box
Yeah.
on the ground? It remained very, very stable, very light fastness, and very, very perfect. This painting 2 years ago. And
One was called
the-
cobalt blue.
yes,
Lagrano-
cobalt blue, queen coral, and lavender, and queen pink, and the first coat is only Mars black. Very, very perfect and remains stable. Not covering with a spray sealing. It's only tinted ground.
So it is not sealed.
No sealed, yeah. It's very, very perfect.
First of all, we put on a shelf, but we don't have so much that.
Yeah, now I start this simple painting with Sleeping Beauty and create this perfect decoration.
John, is it safe to drink from that cup?
Yeah.
With
I
the
would not
coating
drink
of-
from
No,
that cup.
no.
Yeah.
I will put on my Christmas tree this year. So it's only for decoration.
Yeah. And create this effect.
They already got their cappuccino out of there.
Yeah, it was the pumpkin one.
And very, very stable.
I can suggest that I have tried also another paper cup, but this surface is more rugged, is more rough than the other one. So try to get a paper cup that has a rough paper on it, so not so smooth,
Another
not a glossy
another
finish.
tips, for example, when you remove the masking tape on your watercolor and the card is stretched. Usually I use the titanium white ground for replace the paper surface, but when I have the particular color, I use the titanium white tinted in the similar color around the my watercolor for starting with more best surface for replace the watercolor is one of my suggestions. And it's very simple design. Okay. Very fast. And create your decoration on caps. And apply. It's the absorption on tinted ground is very fast, but waiting more time, obviously, for application other layer. And don't use the hair dryer because it's not good for the surface. Waiting when you use the tinted ground 24 hours. Okay. Last piece. And create this simple decoration. And apply the one part of the John Brilliant one on this part. Oops. Or create a little point of light. Okay. It's very fun to paint on tinted ground. Oops. Very simple. Thank you, John, and thank you to all for watching.
Thank you, Giovanni.
Any question? No? It's okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
We will invite Alison all the way from India.
Hi, everyone. So it's been ages since I dabbled in craft. I used to love crafting when I was earlier on. And once I started painting, I don't think I ever crafted again for all these years. And when I started with the grounds this time, it has opened up a whole new world for me. Quite frankly, today I lost myself in crafting. I had a very rough night the previous night, and I thought I'd be drowsy the whole day. And then I got into this project. I enjoyed myself like a child. So what I've done is I have taken, if you can see, this is an iPhone box, okay? And this is the bottom of the box, and this is the lid of the box. And what I've done is then I've painted on the front. I've put the tinted ground. What I've used to tint it is cobalt teal and quin deep gold. So a hint of these. And so I wanted a kind of a warmish green. And I wanted to do something reminiscent of my favorite Van Gogh painting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, if you look at it up close, you can see there's a three-dimensional factor to it. Can you see those?
Fantastic. Yes, fantastic.
Okay, but it's still watercolor. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So I've taken the white ground, little bit And what I'm doing is taking it with a knife, a palette knife. And I'm not sure, can you see? Yeah. And just dabbing it on there. So what happens is when you have the tinted ground and the knife applies it, you get a hint of transparency showing through. You know, the lower green kind of shines through a little bit, as well as you get the three-dimensional aspect of the petal. Now, what I'm using is white ground to create this. So,
what a fantastic idea, Alison. I love it.
I'm sorry?
I said, what a fantastic idea. I love it.
Yes. So you're using the same ground, but for a different idea, a different purpose. And I saved a few flowers just to show us how I approach this. So just a little dab on there. So once the pigment, once these little bits are on, I'll just show you what goes on next. Let's put one more petal here so it looks a little more full. And then what we're going to do is, I take my brush, and it doesn't have to be dry yet also. I'm mixing in a little bit of opera pink, just muting it slightly with lavender, because I don't want it to be too fresh. I want it to be soft, and I'm just dropping it in there. Can you see? While it's still, it's not even dried.
It's still wet, exactly. It's wet.
Yeah, it's not even dried. So I let see, it just fills in those little crevices, and it's so pretty. Like I said, I had a ball of a time, and I was wondering how I would stay awake because it's now 4 a.m. here. And I forgot the time altogether because this thing kept me so occupied. And these are the little buds down here. And I wanted to just, it's gone a little dark. Just little touches. I think it almost works better when it's still wet. So I'm just dabbing in the paint over that. And as you can see, all this is painted in watercolor on the same surface. So all I've done is take this in. Drop in a little bit of pigments to change it around a little bit. Since this is the back one. And now while this is settling in, I'm going to take a smaller brush. Just add in a few details here, because this is the side of it. There you go. So, here. So it really brings it to life. Here. And then once this dries, then I have just added in, actually, again, a little bit of the gold ground. You can see a little hint of shimmer there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what I found about the gold ground is, like acrylic, as you say, Jean, it gives you the perfect lift. When you try to use the shimmers normally, you have to use a lot of pigment to get this kind of lift. But this is so effective. The ground itself is so effective to be used.
It's pretty.
Yep, I think that's about it.
Very nice.
It's wonderful.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Make a lovely little gift box for somebody. These boxes are so sturdy, so I kept hold of it. This is an iPhone 6 box, and it'll make a lovely gift box for somebody. I'm not putting it on yet because I think the ground is not cured yet. It's just been 5 hours or 6 hours.
Very nice, Allison.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I really love it.
Yeah, beautiful.
You're welcome,
it's my turn.
Angela. Yeah. So from
That's
India
right.
to Angela.
To Spain, yes.
To Spain, yeah.
I was working on this box. I mean, it's not as beautiful, of course, as Allison's, but it's a gift box. I will open it. I was just painting the cover. But you know, one of those Amazon boxes for I think for batteries or something. So I just painted with the watercolor ground, the tinted watercolor ground. I still have to work on this box, but anyway, here are the 3 watercolor mixes I did. Sorry, I used watercolor. This is the green. It's finished already. It's a sap green. This is the yellow, also finished. The Hansa yellow deep with the white watercolor ground, of course. I use the white in this case. Yeah. And this is the red, not for this, okay? For the box, Pyrrole Scarlet. So I put a cover on them, but obviously you need something a bit more consistent, or that can stop the air from coming in. And I want to show you 2 things. One thing, apart from the box, this bottle, you see, is a liquor bottle. You see, I painted it with a yellow tinted ground yesterday. And today I put the watercolor in it. Can you see that the effect is exactly like watercolor?
Mm-hmm.
The colors
Yes.
are mixing one into the other, right? It was only 1 layer. Maybe if I put 2 layers, it would cover better. And this is just a game, but I like this effect on the watercolor ground. It's purely watercolor. And the second thing I wanted to show was this watercolor. So if you make a mistake, we were talking about that, okay? For me, this is a watercolor I did, but it was not, for me, it was not very successful. The tree in the middle, I didn't like. So what did I do? I don't know if you can see, but here, this is watercolor ground. It's not the watercolor. It's the sap green because I use the same color, so maybe it looks like part of the painting, but it's not. So what I will do now quickly is try to apply the watercolor to redo the tree. This is yellow, this mix, and this mix, okay? So I will, John, can you wet it? Is it okay if I wet it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, bear with me. If it doesn't come out well, sorry. That's what I'm going to try now. So I have in this palette, I have Cascade Green. I will use Cascade Green and what's the other one? The one that I like.
Green Appetite. That's the one you like.
Yes. Thank
The
you.
romantic
Thank
one.
you. Yes. So what there was underneath is covered. Sometimes I don't remember the name of this color. I don't know what it is with the Appetite.
Is that the
Probably
painting you did
Mr.
in
Cogley.
Albania?
Yes, exactly. The one I
Nice.
painted in Albania that I didn't like the tree in the middle. So
Nice.
imagine now it's, oh, hello, Basic. I didn't know you were in the room. And he
I
saw
was
me
from the
paint
beginning.
that. Yeah, great. So good. So you can see in this case, because I don't mind, it is the color that I don't mind. But if it was a color that I didn't want to be shown, I could hide it under the watercolor. Well, hide it or just cover it. Now I'm using some Cascade Green. And it mixes like watercolor paper. And here there was also, I put also some ground here. I don't know if you see it. So I can use it. I don't know if this, oops, sorry. I don't know if this shows very well what I wanted to show. The fact that you can correct a painting. If you're not happy with some of the results, you can take a painting that you don't mind if it comes out well or not, and then do your test. Look here. And I can incline it as well, see what happens. It's the effect of the paper, really. I would have to work a little bit more on this, but that is the idea that I wanted to show.
Very nice, Angela.
Thank you.
I think
1430?
painting boxes are such fun, Angela.
Yes, but I love your flower. You know, I never thought of doing that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Very
So
well.
we'll continue to work on this, but I think I can use it now with many paintings that I'm not happy about and see what happens, either with white watercolor, I mean, the white ground or tinted or whatever. So I think it's excellent. Thank you so much.
Very
So
nice,
beautiful,
Angela.
Angela,
Thank you.
from
Oh,
Spain,
wow.
we now go
That's
to
nice, Angela.
Kosovo.
Hello.
With
Ah, how beautiful, Besnik.
Thank you,
wow.
Angela. So, hello, guys. Thank you so much. Always sharing amazing things that you are doing. I tinted this mug. I mixed the white ground with the lunar black. I tinted it yesterday, and now I'm just using different colors to show the possibilities that we can also do this kind of, maybe let's say more, maybe it's not so commercial, but we can also do painting in the mugs or whatever. So now I wetted this part and just adding a little bit of, I mixed the white ground with iridescent gold stone just to see how it reacts in this part of the color that I painted, and it is still wet. So yeah, as you can see, you can use it even as a black paper for watercolor. It has so many possibilities. It's very practical medium. I also used it. Now I don't have those paintings, but I also use the ground for giving also the structure just like making the base of the linen, just like with a knife and structured. And on top of that, after it got dry, I painted, and it looked like a mix between oil and watercolor. Of course, it didn't give the idea of or the view of similar to the oil, but it looked a little bit different and interesting. I don't have that painting here. I would show it. So you also have the possibility to, now I just tried the sticks on this. So you just wet a little bit of that part of the stick, and you can also.
My God, how good.
Yeah, it gives you so many possibilities. Just like having a paper wrapped on this mug.
But was it ceramics? Was it?
Yeah, it is ceramic, black ceramic, but this one became, you see, more matte.
Yes.
Where'd you get it?
You can use any of the colors if you like whatever you like to do, just like in paper, and that's
It is
it.
gorgeous. I already put the cover on because I didn't want to have to.
And now let's try and give some. See?
Yeah, behaves like paper.
Yeah. John has shown us even before how we can use it, so it's very practical, very interesting medium. We can use it anywhere.
Nice, Besnik. I'm glad you chose
That's
black.
so
just
super
to show.
cool, Besnik.
Thank you. Yeah, you can do whatever. Even like if you want to do maybe a portrait or figurative art. Right now we don't have that time, but we can also do some. Let me try to do. Maybe I can do some face here. It's impossible, but was the.
So, Besnik, is that white ground with lunar black?
Yeah, I didn't have black ground, so I tinted it. I put 50% of lunar black and white ground yesterday.
Wow.
I just wanted to have it black like this. It's not 100% black, it's more grayish.
Looks fabulous.
We're getting lots of ideas for the upcoming holidays.
Yes, actually it was also idea. I thought we can use it for gifts for this and here.
Yes, personalized. You can write the
Yeah.
name of the person or whatever. Yeah.
Like
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. That, please take a screenshot of that. Look at that.
Romantic red or orange.
Romantic Besnik.
you like that?
Of course.
I will save this mark for you.
Please, yes.
Maybe I can send it by post to you.
Well, I hope we meet in Fabriano, won't we?
Yeah, in Fabriano. So yeah, possibilities are endless, really. You can do whatever you like.
When I see something new, I say, oh, I love that. That's so unique. And then I see another thing, I say, oh, but I like this one as well. And I see another thing, oh, I like that as well. Do you have the same feeling?
Yes. This is the beauty of this. And we always must be thankful to Catherine and John, getting us united and sharing the ideas, the possibilities, and having a lot of inspiration from each other. Isn't it like that?
Fantastic, Besnik.
I really got inspired from many mixes, just like, for example, you, Angela, doing, or all of other brand ambassadors. And I always apply those in my paintings. Because we don't have that much time. I mean, even if we have enough time, we cannot do all the mixes and all the combinations. Maybe by just watching these live videos, I really get always inspired. So
Definitely.
Wow, Angela.
Oh my God.
So okay,
That
and even
you cannot give it to anybody else now. Only to
no
another
way,
Angela.
it's for you. I really mean it. There is
Thank
your
you, my
name,
dear.
so I will make it more better after it gets dry. Now it's a little bit wet, as you see. So, and then maybe I can use some coating on top, so you can use it lifetime, I suppose.
Yeah,
And
just
really,
not
it
put
can
it
be
in
a
the
nice.
dishwasher.
It can be also washable, I suppose, and also a nice gift. Mugs,
Fabulous.
personalized things. So we can use this medium anywhere, even in here, to cover it. Then you can paint on top of it. Of course, John mentioned all the time that we need to let it dry at least 24 hours. So anyone using it, do not use hair dryer, because I did that. The thing I tried to use hair dryer after few hours, like 5 hours or 6 hours, and then I tried to make it more dry. But when I tried to paint, the colors really somehow became not so good as I wanted. Like in here, you see all the colors are just the same as we are using the paper, because it has around 24 hours drying time.
Thank you, Besnick.
Thank you, Ethel. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's always a pleasure to share these things. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You.
You touch my heart.
From Kosovo, we now go to view or go through artworks from Australia. These are from Caroline's. So the first one, we put the text here. These are actual words by Caroline. Wondering whether I should read it. I think everybody can read it well. Obviously, Caroline first work on a coat for our gold grounds, and she mentioned second coat is where the tinted mixture is. And with that process, it allows the ground shimmer effect. For the leaves, painted between to enable the brightness of the tones. What else to highlight here? Oh, so she's used lunar black and the gold grounds as well. Part of the tinting. Okay, that's the first artwork. This is the second.
Beautiful.
She highlighted here the gold was applied as a pure gold ground over the watercolor painting. And as we know, Caroline also does emboss. Last one here. Please pay attention to Caroline's.
I'm not seeing Caroline's.
No, she's not online because she was teaching. She said she couldn't be online. It's only her
I don't
words.
see her art though.
Oh, you don't see her
Yes,
art?
I don't see that. No.
It's
Not
actually in
seeing
screen
it.
share.
It was there and it disappeared.
Is that Ashley?
No, it's
Nope.
Diane.
Is that Diane? So Diane, you
Yeah,
need to click on view and get the speaker view back.
I have speaker on. I don't know what happened. Now I
There's
see
a tab
Ashley.
at the top that says Daniel Smith's screen. Are you on a computer?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk in chat. How's that sound?
Okay. Oh, I think I
Thanks,
got
Ashley.
it. I hit Daniel's. Okay, it's back. I
It's
must have
back?
hit it.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is the last image. Please pay attention to how Caroline came up with the colors. So the green there, for example, it's not really called Australian olive green. That the mix there actually belongs to our colors to come up with a green. So on the text, she says this is a mixture where she makes neutral tint and quinacridone gold because it makes the best Australian olive green. So it is Caroline naming her mix as Australian olive green.
Yeah.
And that's mixed with iridescent gold watercolor ground, correct?
Yes. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes, true.
Beautiful.
Very well done, Caroline. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
And I think we still have about 10 minutes. So we on screen we have Julio's artwork, but wondering if we have guests in the room who would like to share. Let's see. Veronica,
Hi.
do you work with
I
watercolor
would.
ground? Okay. Here.
Oh,
Okay, let me just so we have Veronica first. We're gonna
Sorry.
spotlight Veronica and then we come back. Oops, sorry. Back to
Sorry.
Anna. There.
Well, this is a regular one. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I don't know how you know the theme of the session, but this
The
is
newsletter. Subscribe to the newsletter.
well, okay. We will do that. And this is a piece made with a steampunk theme, and I want to use the the rose of ultramarine. I really love that color, and I love these accidents. All these accidents, I really love them. And I use hot press this one, the pink one of the arches, and I really enjoy it. And I just want to say one thing, if you may. I went to Spain, and a lot of people was super happy with the Daniel Smith paintings, with these dot cards I showed you the last time, and they were very happy. And one of my students told me, I used to use Sennelier, but now I prefer the Daniel Smith. So I'm very happy because they really enjoy the paintings and the project. The one I showed you the last time, remember the tree? I have it in here. But well, that one is that's the piece this one.
Yeah.
This is the one they made with the colors, and the colors are over there. I'm sorry, I cannot see you. But that's a project that they made with the colors of Daniel Smith. So thank you, John, for your colors. I really enjoyed the workshop over there. I'm sorry I interrupt the whole thing.
Very nice artwork.
No,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thanks, Veronica.
You're welcome.
hi again. I just wanted to
Anna.
clarify. I actually just did this right now, and so what I meant is this is good watercolor paper, and I have all my colors here. So when you change a color, you don't want to do the whole thing again. So this is one of practical corrections. So I applied actual whiteout like this right now, and you cannot see it, but I already applied this transparent ground on top of it. So I'll wait 24 hours, and tomorrow I will apply my new color that I just got. And so that's one of the practical ways you can use it.
Nice.
Because I don't have white, it's transparent. And another practical use, I don't have it because I already sent it, but when you have like Bristol paper for Christmas cards or like that, you can use the tinted ground here. And then you can draw on top, because watercolor does not work well on this. And then you can write very well on the tops, on the inside of it. And the last, and I'll be done. And this is the one I use it most for. It's very practical. And I know John said not to use it in good watercolor paper, but this is good watercolor paper. And when you want to do the contrast of how it looks, your watercolor or wash on white and black, what I did was combine this with ivory black. So I used it as background or yes. And
Like a
so if
base.
you can see, and it is gorgeous because you don't need to do a different paper, but you actually use the same paper and you put the ground with black. And I don't have black, like I said, I only have this one, and it's just incredible because look, you can see how pretty, and you have all the and this is wash, and this is watercolor. So this is a very great practical way of using ground.
And that's the same way I do for my drawdowns for my presentations with the luminescence. I do the same thing. So it's
I know, I copied it from you.
Oh, wow.
yours
Very clever, huh?
look prettier.
Well, they take a little while, but I just love it, and I thought it was a great idea, so I stole it.
Oh,
So
good.
from
I'm
you.
happy.
Thank
Very
you so
nice.
much.
Great.
Thank you for letting me share. Thank you. Oh,
Hey,
It fell over
yeah,
the corner.
it
I think
fell.
it's Marty.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Marty. Would you
Lovely,
like to
Anna.
share something? Right there. Welcome, Marty.
Marty.
Hello,
Hey,
hello, Marty.
Marty.
Hello, everybody. I have several woods to work, but there is not yet. But this is watercolor ground titanium white. I use this for reserve the white, and I have the other. In this I use it's work in progress. It's not yet. But in this, I use watercolor brown transparent, and you can see the good and the watercolor.
Picture.
Yes, I have this.
Gorgeous. Wow.
Yes, it's the
That's
transparent. Yes, the transparent watercolor brown and the el titanium white. I love it. At
What's your
first,
favorite surface, Marty, like yours, a wood? When working with ground, this is Ethel. Yeah, so wood is
Yes,
interesting with transparent
yes,
ground.
it's interesting because at first you have to sand the wood, wait for it to dry, and apply the ground, and then the watercolor like a paper. It's really similar to the paper, a little bit more dry, but it's okay. It's working.
Very nice.
Fantastic, Marty. I love it.
So beautiful,
you.
Marty.
So beautiful, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, Marty.
Yeah.
Do you mind
No.
holding the artworks, your two artworks again? Marty will put everyone's artwork in one frame. Oh, Belle. Let's add Belle's.
Where's
Look at
Belle's?
Belle's
Oh,
artwork.
look at that.
It's the top of a
Great.
pecan
Beautiful.
Very nice.
for a can of peas. I just took it
Nice.
off. I've got silver on one side. On the other side, I have a gold and and then another little one on silver, another can of peas.
Wow.
Put a hole
Very
in
nice.
it, hang them on the Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you have more.
very
Those are awesome, Belle.
nice job, everybody. Those are nice.
Thank you.
So clever. Thank you very much. Just to let you know, tomorrow we have Sabina. So she will be the
Great.
guest artist. I hope you can watch her. She's absolutely wonderful. And what she can do is fantastic. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Gio. Thank you, Besnick, Anna.
Pleasure, John.
Monica.
Thank you, John.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
so much.
Bye-bye,
Thank
Thank you, John.
everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. See you
Bye.
tomorrow,
Thank you, everyone.
guys.
See y'all
Bye.
tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone.